I said, God, I do not understand this world. Everything is dying and broken. Why do I see nothing but suffering? God, I'm asking, could this be your plan? Sin has taken hold of this whole land. Will you not say anything else to me?
Job 38, verses 1 to 7. Then the Lord answered Job out of the storm. He said, "Who is this that darkens my counsel with words without knowledge? Brace yourself like a man. I will question you, and you shall answer me. Where were you when I laid the earth's foundations? Tell me, if you understand. Who marked off its dimensions? Surely you know. Who stretched a measuring line across it? On what were its footings set? Or who laid its cornerstone? While the morning stars sang together and all the angels shouted with joy."
Hello and welcome to the fifth and final day in our series of reflections and questions raised by the book of Job. Having looked at depictions of Satan, Job and Job's counsellors in the story, we will complete our week by reflecting briefly on the depiction of God. Throughout the book of Job, there are questions about God and questions directed to God. There are complaints about God and complaints directed to God. Perhaps there have been times when you have had your own questions and complaints. Remarkably though, rather than stay silent in the face of these, God responds. He rebukes the companions of Job who believed that they were representing him well and speaking on his behalf. But he doesn't go easy on Job either. God has plenty of questions for Job. And although we cannot necessarily tell from the story whether God's tone was gentle or harsh, essentially, God says to Job, "Job, what do you know? Who are you to question me?" Essentially, he says to Job, there are some things that are above your pay grade. Perhaps there are some things that you'll never know. Perhaps there are some things you don't need to know. Job asks his questions and God responds, but God doesn't answer his questions. He doesn't give Job any explanation. There is a phrase found in the book of Ecclesiastes that has come to really resonate with me. It says this: "Do not be quick with your mouth, do not be hasty in your heart to utter anything before God." God is in heaven and you're on earth, so let your words be few. If God is at work in our world, he is surely operating at a level entirely above and beyond our understanding of things. And that might be deeply unsatisfying to us. And I don't think that we should ever stop seeking or searching or asking questions. But whether Christian or not, believer in God or not, the reality is that there are some things that we will likely never know And so one final question for the weekend. To what degree are you comfortable with mystery?
He said, where were you the day that I measured, sunk the base and stretched the line over all the earth and carved out its cornerstone? Where were you the day that I spoke and told the sun to split the night open, called the morning dawn with its light to show? Who shut in the ocean with stone doors, marked the reach of tides on those new shores, on the day the waves rose and first broke forth? Have you seen the springs of that